Today I'm talking about how to accept yourself and be happy. Hi guys, Daz here again. Yes, 2 days in a row. Rocking this. If you don't know me, I make daily videos on mental health and personal development and all the kind of crazy that goes on in my head really between those two things to hopefully to help you change your mind, change your life. So rather than learning how to accept yourself, have you ever asked yourself questions like, why am I like this? Why does this always happen to me? Why do I always behave in this way? Why am I spending so much time watching YouTube videos?
Wait, what?
Maybe not that last one, perhaps. Well, these are very normal questions, and I'm sure you've asked yourself these once, twice, many times. I know I have, and it's a really normal thing, particularly in the case of a mental health condition. It's very normal to ask yourself and continue to ask yourself, why me? Why am I suffering in this way? Why do I have to live this life? Now, whilst asking these questions, they're all slightly different. They are fundamentally all coming from the same point, which is there's something unhappy about one part or all of your life. Now this may seem a bit dramatic, but here's a truth bomb for you. Rather than just learning how to love yourself, how to accept yourself for what you are, what you're basically doing by asking yourself these different questions is really playing the victim card to its fullest force. Yep, I know, I went there friends, I'm calling you out on your So now you're probably thinking,
wow, Daz, that's a bit harsh. Surely I can't help thinking like that if I have a mental health condition. I mean, that's just not fair. I can't help that.
Now I get that. I don't want to be overly horrible to you or calling you out on your mental health condition or anything like that at all. But my point is that the only person that has true control over how you feel in any situation or any time is you. By just staying in the same victim type mindset and asking why, what, when, where, and how? Don't you find it really weird that all question words start with a W apart from one, how? Don't you find that weird? Or is that just me? Maybe just overly thinking it and just procrastinating maybe and just really not understanding what's going on in the world? I'm not really sure. Anyway, by continually asking yourself these kind of victim-based questions, why me, why am I like this, then you're continuing the avoidance of taking responsibility for your own life and your own feelings and everything about you. And the result is the cycle just goes on and on and on and on.
Several months later.
Now let me know in the comments if you ever ask yourself questions like, why is this happening to me? And I have another video talking about the difference between accepting yourself and gratitude and just settling, and you can catch that up here. And if you do like this kind of content and these type of videos, I'd really love it if you smash that subscribe button and hit the like and leave a comment, because that then lets me know that you're enjoying it so I can continue making videos on these type of subjects. Now I totally get just how hard it is to accept yourself and everything about you when your mental health condition is saying otherwise. It's literally telling you the opposite. And I believe this is where the obstacle lies. Now I've mentioned this before, like a million times, which I always say, probably not a million, probably like 3. But having gratitude for everything you have is the key, the fundamental key to happiness in life. But not just being grateful and happy for the things that are good, the nice things in life, but also it's vitally important to be grateful for the things that aren't so good and the things that may be bad about you and about things in your life.
What?
Yeah, that's right. You are 100% totally unique. There's nobody else like you. And so all your good points and all your bad points are what makes up you. And so it's so important to accept obviously the good stuff, but also the bad stuff, your flaws, because that's part of you. And I think this is the difficult thing. It's easy to accept our good sides. I'm good at this, I'm a nice person, I'm generous, etc. But if you do have flaws, and that's a whole sort of subject on its own about whether or not they are real flaws or perceived flaws. But if you do have flaws, then often we don't want to accept those. They're hard for you to accept because you don't want them. So why should you accept? But they're part of you. That's the point. And so when you do accept them as being part of you, then suddenly happiness is sort of unleashed and it's amazing. All the pieces fit together nicely. And that's the key. real inner happiness is accepting you for being you. Okay, you may not be in the shape you want, you may not have the job you want, or you may not be in the relationship you want, but you are where you are, and that's a fact. So be grateful and accept and just embrace where you are and what you have. And as soon as you start to do that, magic really does happen, and the happiness inside and level of contentment you'll have will be like nothing you've ever had before. It's amazing. Literally all the pieces fit together, and it's just an amazing feeling.
Yes, sir, I like it.
Now, as I mentioned yesterday, and pretty much every video for the last many months, someone who I look up to and really admire for this, I suppose this trait, is the lovely Gemma Stone. Again, I said yesterday, it's not the fact that she's super happy and has the perfect life or anything like that, but it's that energy, that vibe that she just exudes, just shouts that contentment and that inner acceptance. And you know, it's not about just being super dad's hands every single day, but you see these people and they've got this energy, this vibe, this happiness and this contentment, and that comes from true inner happiness, which comes from true inner acceptance of who you are, good and bad, as the package. Accepting you for being you, then you're going to be all Gucci. Now, most people don't want to do this because it basically highlights your of what's the driving factor behind wanting to change and not accepting yourself, when in reality it's actually very simple. All you really need to do is look at everything about you, accept it, really embrace it and be grateful for what it is, and then you can look at things you might need to change to be a better version or the best version of you. So to sum up, understanding the importance of accepting yourself to be happy is so important. Oh, it really is. It just takes some real brutal honesty with yourself to accept every aspect of you, good and bad, and then you'll experience inner happiness like you've never known. So accept yourself and be happy.
Oh yeah.
So that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you've made it this far, really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so now, and leave a comment below. As I said before, you know, have you ever asked yourself, why am I in this situation? And like the video if you do. I really do appreciate that. And for now, thank you so much for everyone who's subscribed recently, and I'll see you guys, hopefully as always, tomorrow. Bye bye. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here, and check out my other video down here. And remember, live your best life. See you next time. Bye bye.